Hey, you sons of bitches! It's Spartacus
and Honeybee,
and we are reporting on April 3rd and 5th's week, and we had quite some good times.
It started with a wacky Wednesday.
Yeah, and we took the gang into GTA 5.
Oldie but a goodie, as everybody told me, because yes, I had not played much. I had watched Spartacus a bit, but they finally dragged my ass over to GTA.
Yeah, and a lot of us sons of the
fun.
bitches wanted to branch out to other games, so we chose this one as a first icebreaker. And we went and we gathered at my club, the Palace, first for a little dance off, and then we managed to show our beautiful cars here at the airport.
Yeah.
This was organized by Joint B-Dog, so we'll thank him for that.
There I am in the background being the flag girl, calling the race in because I don't have a car yet.
Yeah.
B-Dog helped us all make money though, and here we are taking off in that beautiful golden plane, and we are celebrating.
Yes, that's
because
right.
That day,
because we managed to make our 250th subscriber.
That's right. It's right. Most Spades 7. Thank you so much for subscribing, you guys, and inviting your friends to subscribe. We're growing and growing and growing. I love to see that.
Yeah, so during Wacky Wednesday, we were able to get that 250th subscriber.
And here I am puffing on my Canadian herb.
As we were playing all kinds of games. So we were getting ready to go into this crazy playlist that Street had set up for us. Started with all kinds of races and also these beautiful, crazy parachute jumps.
Yeah, I had never really done any of this. I really sucked at it, but it was so much fun jumping out of there. I love doing all of these.
We went riding in planes, where you had to, each kill changed the vehicle from helicopters to jetpacks to all kinds of crazy vehicles.
Yeah.
Different from your horse riding, I'll tell you that much.
Well, for me, I wasn't doing too well, I'll tell you that. But you know what? I still had fun.
This game was called Sumo. This one I adored.
Yeah, you had to get into the safety zone.
Yeah,
I found this one hilarious
smaller
too.
And smaller, and
you got to crash each other out. It's so much fun.
Explode. So I actually enjoyed this one.
Me too. I really found it fun.
Yeah, I was successful at this.
I think in the future, if we play this, gentlemen and ladies out there, that we need to set it only to be like 4 or 5 games in a row, so that I could take my smoke breaks, because 11 or 12 in a row like this was too much for me in the end. I just felt like overwhelmed. I needed a quick frustration break, because we did 3.5 hours. The variety. Look at this. We went onto these Sea-Doos.
From shooters to now these
Sea-Doos to quads.
Riders, where we had to manually switch from a land to a water vehicle. I loved it. It was crazy fun.
Yeah, all the racing was excellent.
We even finished the fight with custom UFC kind of like battles in the cage. I didn't understand why I had a gas canister at first, and eventually I got my ass whooped in this one.
And Feast on Remains, he walked away with most of the night, like on GTA, and he's willing and ready to play anytime again. He's like, hey, let's get that going again.
So it was
Here
crazy.
We go, back to Friday.
But here's our regular sons of a bitch kind of event, Friday Fight Night.
Yeah, on April 5th. We ended up not having the Sunday night. I wasn't feeling too good. Sorry again out there, you sons of bitches. But this one was a fun night. We ended up going where Rend and Bray have requested in the past. Other people have asked us to go out to this riverboat out by St. Denis. You just hop on, you steal a little boat, and you all go out there, and that other little boat stays right close by. You also respawn on the boat, so that's fantastic when you're fighting up here.
Exactly. And speaking of which, earlier Honeybee said we canceled Sunday, but we're going to need maybe some of you sons of bitches to help us in the future to maybe officiate or maybe help us organize events. So if you feel that you have that kind of leadership skill and you think that you can manage a lobby of sons of bitches, because it's not always easy, hit me up, because I'm probably going to try to hit some of you up and see what you're available or maybe willing to do for us, because we're a beautiful bunch.
And we're just growing so big that eventually we need other hosts in other lobbies, because you can see that our parties crash. We need to try that Discord. Maybe just get Spartacus talking on the Discord, so it's more like a radio broadcast, and you just listen in when the fights are being called.
Something like that. Also, if we have a Game Pass or EA Access, we can maybe play games and invite the community to join us if you feel that you have the leadership skills to do so. So let's watch again the fights. I love this venue, the spawning, like We said you spawned back exactly where you died.
We
But
attracted
had
again new people, and they
beautiful
actually
setting,
managed to make it out to the
beautiful
boat with
lighting.
us.
Very hard to grief. Yes,
Yeah.
you can be sniped from the shore, but it's very difficult. And
There's
so
another
it's-
newbie, Jesting Hercules. We're just attracting more, like I said. Send those invitations. Ask them to join us. Check out NDSB. Be careful not to type in "not those sons of bitches" on Xbox, like I've discovered, so you don't get com banned.
Yeah.
Type in YouTube NDSB and ask them to subscribe so that they'll learn the information from watching our videos. That would
Yeah.
be really appreciated.
Because of
guys.
Xbox policies, our Xbox Club changed name back to my name, Spartacus NDSB with a number. The Sons of Bitches was banned for some reason. It was against Xbox policy. So
Yeah. This Wednesday coming up, we're going back to football over at McFarland's Ranch. We discovered that right in front of the main house, in front of McFarland's Ranch, there's almost 2 goalposts. It looks like a football goalpost. So we're going to try it there this Wednesday. And then obviously on Friday and Sunday, we're going to go back to the fight nights like we always do, guys. So if you have a location in mind that you would like to suggest, or if you are one of those sons of bitches that are willing to maybe try to have at least 10 people with you fighting, and then I have 10 people and Spartacus has 10 people, so that we can get those 30 fights fast, 30 fighters kind of done quickly, and then get like the top 10 into a lobby together.
And look at the setting here with the boats and the fog. I love this place.
Yeah, we
It
were
was
able to have
really
the 2 fights
enjoyable.
going on.
Funny situations. Tackles ended up players in the river. They couldn't swim back because the current was too strong. We had to send boats to get the fighters back on the boat.
Yeah, from St.
Really
Denis.
funny moments. So
Yeah.
those are all on the Mixer. If you want to go check, the Mixer saves our fight nights for 14 days. So if you don't see yourself featured in one of these videos, please don't be afraid. Go on our Mixer and check it out. You might be featured there in your entirety, and you'll see the fight that you want to see.
And maybe Spartacus mentioned it already, but if you don't have Game Pass or EA Access, maybe you want to get it, because we've been finding a lot of sons of bitches love playing a lot of different games. Here was Spartacus telling Slobster how to get onto Mixer, and I was telling him this Steel City 6x1, man. He's brought his whole crew over, him, Vaughn, TBS. They were all 3 wonderful, strong fighters, and I know they're coming back for with vengeance, man, in their hearts. They want that win, and Steel City's so good.
They had a good fight night.
Oh, yeah.
that night, that's for
Oh,
sure.
and Ram, who was our 150th and lives out there in Saudi Arabia, who joins us at 4 o'clock in the morning for these fights. He hasn't been with us for a few weeks, and I told him, man, you better watch yourself. You haven't been back for a couple weeks, and our fighters are getting stronger and stronger, like we say every video. But it's true, and I'm telling you, we are getting crazy sons of bitches out there that can throw those fists. So keep practicing. Make sure you pick those fights every day and get everybody on board with those sons of bitches. And remember to like and subscribe and comment on those videos. Here's Slobster. We've got a few sons of bitches changing their gamer tag. Much appreciated out there. That NDSB tag is going to grow and grow and grow.
Yeah, a lot of you guys are taking that leap,
sexy
making
name.
the commitment to the crew. I love it. You look sexy after your gamer tags, those NDSB, I have to say. Makes my heart sing.
Slobster, my sugar daddy out here, who always brings me fish and makes sure that I'm rolling with cash in order to supply food for my fight nights. You can thank that son of a bitch when you see him.
So we're approaching the final tonight. We see Mr.
Yeah, here's
Bice
Mr.
guy
Bice
at
and
420 Steel. This was during the semifinal, and we ended up with a situation where we
That
had
we've had
3
before.
semifinalists
Yeah.
fighting, and each of them beat each other. So we were caught kind of in a circle jerk.
Yeah,
this
in a
weird
round robin that's been like
crazy round robin that would never
ending,
end.
you know. So
we ended up ending the fight in traditional. You'll see as this ends. Steel wins over Mr. Bice. However, Honeybee had beat Mr. Steel, and Bice beat Honeybee. So
Yeah,
we were
so
caught
we
in this
ended up with
triangle.
this,
So
where we
did
do
it
last
this
man
old
standing,
free-for-all,
like we've
last
done in
son
the
of a bitch
past,
standing.
right?
Yeah.
So
Not
we
my
did.
favorite, but
No, but we did keep to the original rules, but you'll see, like, it is frustrating, and we were thinking that, I guess, in the future, we'll either continue the round robin, but instead of that, it's going to go to the people that have the most wins and the least losses throughout the night, and those 2 fighters will be the 2 fighters in the end, right? So in a way, I guess I should have stepped back. They had 5-1, I think, at this point, and I had 5-2, but we had the same amount of wins. But
well,
because
either
they
way,
moved
what
up
we
in the
decide to
bracket.
do, we'll need to try to figure a situation to not end up like this. But Mr. Bice definitely took advantage of
Definitely
the situation.
wins it, knocks
and ended
us
up
out,
the last son of a bitch of
and
this
gets his
fight
second
night and won his second fight
champion,
night. So
yeah.
he is on his way to a 3rd championship. And here's a little funny little game.
Beats.
It's called Game Beats. Some sons of a bitch and I were playing in this one, having a good time. This is a funny soccer kind of version in the game. Here are the
Here's the
stats,
stats.
and I hope you enjoyed our video. Please join us in our events and come back and be a son of a bitch.